This operation of ours has drawn the attention of a member of the Dark Council, Darth Jadus himself. The Council's authority is second only to that of the Emperor. It's a rare honor for an intelligence operation to be overseen in this way.
With all due respect, what does the Dark Council care about Hutter? This operation isn't exactly a threat to the Sith.
I don't know why Lord Jadus is interested, nor is it our concern. The Sith aren't obligated to share their reasons. Report back once you've rendered whatever aid Kettles requires. Keep her out. The operation is proceeding well, Agent. On to more immediate concerns. Nemero operates a major Schwash gas mine on Hutter. The Empire wants access to Nemero's refined gas. Unfortunately, Farthra is tapping the same gas pocket as Nemero. We need to destroy Farthra's operations in the rust yards before Nemero's grinds to a halt. One more thing, Agent. Darth Jadus pays increasing attention to your work. He will reward success or failure appropriately, and I will not intervene. Report back after you've destroyed the mine and inform Kettles of the results. Keep her out. I understand Nemero's Schwash gas production is back on schedule, Agent. Excellent work. Keep it up and Darth Jadus may loosen his grip on operations. The deed is done, Agent. Nemero is already contacting Imperial embassies looking to establish relations. He'll be eating out of our hands within the month. In the short term, our chemical and stimulant stockpiles will nearly double. In the long term, we're a step closer to bringing all of Hutter under Imperial control. I'll make my full report to Darth Jadus shortly. I expect he'll be very pleased with our work.
This is not your domain, Keeper. It is mine. It has always been mine.
Of course, my lord.
All you have built here, all you hope to control, it falls apart as easily as a human life. An hour ago, the Minister of Intelligence dropped to his knees and wept before me. He would do so too, if not for fear of being humiliated.
Your dissatisfaction is clear, my lord. It will be remedied. Now I'm asking you humbly to leave. These people are suffering in your presence.
I will leave my domain at the moment of my choosing, Keeper. You, Agent, you were the one sent to Hutter. Is that correct?
That's correct, my lord.
I am Darth Jadus. You served me well in your dealings with Nemero. You will serve me well again.
It would be an honor.
Sublimate your desires to those of the Empire, and you will go far. Keeper, you will use this one. She will complete the assignment as I have instructed.
She's quite capable, my lord, but she lacks experience. A more seasoned agent...
I have made my decision. I wish the situation resolved before I leave Dromund Kaas. See to it that my will is done.
Very well. I'll make arrangements. Congratulations, Agent. You've made a friend on the Dark Council. I don't envy you.
You're dangerously close to insulting our masters.
There's no Sith here to protect you, girl. Time to drop the pose. I want you outfitted and ready to leave as soon as possible. Grab your equipment from the lockers and meet me in my office. Once we're through with your debriefing, we'll discuss your next mission. Come in, Agent. Let's talk. Kaleo, wait outside, please. One of the watchers will handle your debriefing.
You two have a good time.
Sir, I've been reviewing the report of your activities on Hutter. You were busier than I'd expected.
Are you going to tell me what Darth Jadus wanted?
This is a debriefing. I'll ask the questions. Now, as to your next assignment. One of the mandates of our organization is to eliminate dissidents and terrorists within the Empire. We've located one cell of radicals here in the capital working toward the violent overthrow of our government. We must know precisely what these terrorists plan.
I assume this is the task Darth Jadus mentioned?
Although Darth Jadus has expressed concern over the cell's activities, your orders come from me.
Agent, I'm pleased to see you, of course. But I thought you'd be busy with the mission. Just as well, I suppose. I'm still plotting the details. So, what can I do for you?
There are some things I've been wondering about Imperial intelligence. I thought we could talk.
There isn't much I can tell you that you won't find out yourself. Not anything I'm authorized to share, anyway.
What about Keeper and Darth Jadus? What's going on there?
Agent, don't get involved in that. You don't survive in this business by getting between your superiors and the Sith. Now, we've both got work to do. Contact me via holocommunicator when you're on site and ready to go, okay?
We'll talk about this more another time.
Agreed. Goodbye, Agent.
Agent, you're to suspend all field operations immediately. You're needed elsewhere.
I wasn't expecting to hear from you, Keeper.
Watcher 2 is still your liaison to base, but I wanted to deliver these orders personally. Darth Jadus wants to speak with you. You will proceed to his chambers for an audience. You've met Darth Jadus, experienced his power. I suggest you treat him with respect and do as he asks.
I'm looking forward to chatting with a member of the Dark Council.
Of course. You will resume operations when this is finished, Agent. Keep her out.
Well, that didn't sound so good. Still, powerful men are the same across the galaxy. I'll bet your life that whatever else Jadus is, he's a powerful man too.
The Ratataki must remain outside. The Master has not requested her presence.
Looks like I'll have to miss this one then. Real shame.
You don't have to go, Kalia. Listen.
Don't worry about it. Now that I'm a loyal Imperial agent, who am I to defy the Dark Council's wishes?
Come, stand before me, and revel in the power of the Dark Council. Allow your body to betray you. Allow your blood to boil and your heart to slow. Everything that is not of the dark side will be purged, or it will be tainted. This is inoculation, Agent. This is a sacred rite. You are privileged.
It is an honor, my lord.
It has been earned. This is your due reward. You proved yourself by outmaneuvering the Hutts. Now I choose you to exterminate the dissidents who would destroy our way of life. I sense your uncertainty. You wonder why I involve myself in this affair, why I take an interest in you and Imperial intelligence.
As you say.
Many in the Dark Council hold themselves above the mundane business of the Empire. I believe this is a mistake. I believe we must spread the ways of the Sith to the Empire entire, plant terror and hatred in every heart. I believe in the democratization of fear. But these dissidents threaten all progress. Left unchecked, they would reduce our world to ash and raise nothing in its place.
What do they want, aside from the destruction of the Empire?
They want what children want. Unlimited freedom without responsibility. This makes them no less dangerous. Do not underestimate our enemies. They are powerful, and there are those who sympathize with them, people at the highest levels of government. I chose you for this assignment, not only because of your past successes, but because you are new to your organization. Your loyalty is uncompromised. Do you understand?
Am I supposed to serve you instead of Keeper?
Serve your empire. Watch those around you and trust no one. I will leave Dromund Kaas soon aboard the starship Dominator. I will travel with 1,000 dignitaries, diplomats, and slaves, and show them the galaxy as I envision it. When I return, I expect the dissidents to have been purged. Kneel before me now, and I will ensure that you have the means to succeed.
I kneel before you, my lord.
I have remade the pitiful creatures around you into my image. So shall I remake you into the vessel for my power. Now go from here and return to your duties.
I've learned a great deal. Thank you for this audience.
Remember what I have said. Remember that you walk the path to power. And remember that I am eternal.
Watcher 3, I need that link up to the Dominator. If Lord Jadus wishes to observe, we must accommodate him.
Establishing hololink, sir. Data flow is synchronized.
Glad you found the time to pay us a visit, Agent. take your place. The briefing starts now.
It'd be helpful if someone told me about these things.
Sorry, Agent. It's been hectic.
Lord Jadus, are you receiving our transmission?
I am. Proceed, Keeper.
Very well. You all know we've been attempting to determine the Dissidents' plan of attack. Thanks to recent operations, we have the information we need. Unfortunately, the news is worse than we expected. A major strike is imminent. The Dissidents are targeting the ancient power conduits that run beneath the capital.
Why target power conduits? Why not something more vital?
Their intention is to overload the power grid, causing a cascade failure that would detonate the power relay stations. The resulting explosions would kill hundreds of people, and the blackout would leave us vulnerable to further attacks.
Sir, aren't all access points to the power grid under military control?
All but one. The terrorists intend to access the power conduits through the Dark Temple.
The Dark Temple. That doesn't sound promising.
I'll sum up for those of you unfamiliar with the history. The Dark Temple predates Drummoncass's colonization. It was sealed by the Sith during the city's construction. When the Dark Council opened it some months back, they found it inhabited by force-driven phenomena. Workers on site began disappearing inside, controlled by unknown entities.
But whereas we saw the Dark Temple as a threat to be contained, the Dissidents saw it as an opportunity. The temple rests directly above a key power junction. If the Dissidents can push past the, phenomena, they can access the grid.
These Dissidents have been planning. They have supplies, maps, and weapons, and they're not counting on making it out alive. This is a suicide run.
At least we'll be rid of them, one way or another.
We have security footage of Dissidents heading toward the Dark Temple. A full squad of operatives will pursue the...
No.
My lord?
There will be no squad. The Dark Temple is sacred ground, and will not be unduly disturbed. My agent will go alone.
I'm honored by your choice, my lord.
Not now, Agent. My lord, I strongly urge you to reconsider. If the Dissidents succeed, we...
The spirits of the temple must not be disturbed. Not by terrorists, and not by Imperial intelligence. One agent will suffice. My role here is finished. Do as I will, Keeper.
Very well. Then the decision is made. You will go to the Dark Temple, stop the Radicals from reaching the conduits and detonating their charges.
There's no mission like a suicide mission.
If you don't make it back, appropriate arrangements will be made.
We'll monitor you as long as we can, but the temple blocks most transmissions, so just, good luck, Agent.
If I survive, you're buying the drinks.
It's a deal.
Go on, Agent. The Dark Temple is waiting.
We've got wreckage coming down over the city. From that height and at that velocity, the collateral damage alone could cost millions.
If the reactor core was breached, the radiation damage will...
I don't care about the radiation damage, damn it. Get me security footage, communications logs, something we can use.
Shouldn't someone be celebrating our successful return?
All military channels are reporting in. The Dominator has been completely destroyed.
I don't think I'm going to like this.
It's good to see you. There was a secondary target. Apparently...
Watcher 2, I still need confirmation. And you, Agent, get ready to move. We need everyone operational.
Sorry, sir. But there were over 3,000 people on that ship. Half of them civilians.
I'm aware of that. Do your job, Watcher 2. Run the numbers.
Lockdown procedures are in place. All traffic has been grounded.
Initial analysis is done. Cross-checking with the droids.
Getting conflicting reports from the Car City spaceport. Trying to sort it out.
Nothing could have survived that explosion. All sources confirm casualties are 100%.
Then Darth Jadus is dead.
Who did this? What happened?
There was an explosion aboard the Dominator. We're not sure about the origin, but it has to be connected to the Dissidents. Darth Jadus was leaving on a special tour of the Empire. He brought military personnel, civilians, and Sith to his flagship as part of some grand vision. Now they're all dead.
We'll catch the terrorists responsible.
You can count on it.
Sir, we've got a starship trying to take off. Several dissidents from the watch list are aboard. Military squads are moving to intervene.
Don't blow the ship to pieces. I want the terrorists alive and I want their computer intact. You, Fixer, do we have any Sec-M units available?
What? I don't...
The Sec-Ms, the mouse droids. Find one and bring it back now. Whatever ordeal you went through in the Dark Temple, your recovery will have to wait. I need you in the field.
I'm ready to go, sir.
One moment. Fixer!
I have the droid here.
Good. Agent, I need you to get to the city cargo port. There's a terrorist ship attempting to take off. Take the mouse droid and deliver it into one of the ship's maintenance conduits. With the droid aboard, we can disable the hyperdrive and download its computer contents.
We're going too easy on them, Keeper.
We'll use a tractor beam to bring in their disabled ship, at which point they'll get their due, I promise. Get going. We need you to plant that mouse droid. Any conduit on the ship's outer hull should do. And when you're back, we have things to discuss. Welcome back, Agent. Excellent work out there. Absolutely excellent.
The mouse droid has just sent the contents of the ship's computer, sir. I'll send the military to pick up the dissidents.
At least one thing's gone smoothly today. The worst seems to have passed, but don't expect to rest anytime soon.
I can't believe this. Everything that's happened.
Believe it, and get used to it. We're going to be dealing with the consequences for a long time. With Jadus dead, there'll be a mad rush to fill the power vacuum. We'll be fending off our own people with one hand and tracking down terrorists with the other.
Keeper, I'm receiving a transmission. Someone's broadcasting a holo-recording to the entire Imperial Communications network.
The terrorists want to talk. I'd say we should listen.
Patching it through now. I'm going to try to pinpoint the source.
Citizens of the Empire, this is the Eagle. I'm here to tell you that our government is corrupt. When the Emperor signed his treaty with the Galactic Republic, we were promised a new epoch. Glory unrivaled since the first Sith dynasty. Instead, our Empire has suffered. Apathetic moffs and wicked lords of the Dark Council vie for power, while our soldiers die over worthless planets in nameless star systems.
Typical consolidationist rhetoric. Watcher 2, keep trying to find a source for the broadcast. Everyone else start pulling up our files on the Eagle.
Wake me if he says something interesting.
We've been hearing rumors about the Eagle for years, but we never thought he could pull off anything this big. Another mistake.
Anyone who speaks out in favor of reform is kidnapped and tortured by Imperial intelligence. This must not continue.
The Ministry of Logistics reports that they can't jam the signal. Everyone in the Empire is seeing this.
A short while ago, a group of defiant revolutionaries destroyed an Imperial dreadnought. 3,000 people were aboard, including Darth Jadus, a Lord of the Dark Council. We chose to strike at Darth Jadus publicly so that every Imperial citizen would know the truth. The Dark Council is not invulnerable. We can effect change. We regret the sacrifice of so many civilians, but it was necessary. The Empire cannot cover up this momentous event. Imperial intelligence cannot silence our call to arms.
Get to the point, you piece of filth. What is it you really want to say?
He's coming to the climax. He knows how to put together a broadcast, all right.
Here it comes.
This is only the first step towards a better future. We have agents throughout the Empire preparing to strike again and again. We will not relent until our government chooses strength over weakness, unity over discord. We will continue to show the anger of the people. This is the Eagle. End transmission.
So, our enemy has a name. You think you can deal with that, Agent?
It won't be a problem, sir.
Glad to hear it. We've made mistakes today. We underestimated the Eagle. We were too slow to eliminate the dissidents. We assumed the Dark Temple was the sole terrorist target. But you performed above and beyond expectations. You showed you can handle these people, and now you're going to show us the way forward.
Nice to know someone recognizes my skills.
For once, try to sound professional. You are going to head our operation to dismantle the Eagle's network. You will locate and eliminate his terror cells through infiltration, manipulation, and assassination. I am assigning you a rank and designation as suits your new position. You no longer have a name. You will answer only to Cipher 9.
Why Cipher?
Cipher agents are faceless. They go wherever needed, become whoever is necessary to get the job done.
Congratulations, Cipher 9. You earned this.
Cipher 9, huh? Cute. But I think I'll keep calling you Agent.
With the rank comes certain privileges, including a degree of operational independence. You may recruit your own operatives, and you will be outfitted with a starship. Watcher 2, you will remain Cipher 9's liaison to base. I assume that won't be a problem?
No problem, sir. Glad to stay a part of this operation.
Good. Begin analyzing all reports on recent dissident activity. I want a list of possible terror cell locations within the hour. The Eagle says he's got agents around the galaxy. Assuming he's telling the truth, you're going to be doing some traveling.
There are worse fates than seeing a few new planets.
Indeed. Your starship is at the spaceport. It's been refit and removed from public record. Watcher 2 will upload likely activity centers for the Eagle and his network. Proceed to your targets as you see fit.
We'll have our revenge. The terrorists will pay for everything that's happened.
Be careful of these people, Cipher. Destroying the Dominator was no mean feat. Killing Darth Jadus was nearly unthinkable. But this is our job. Do whatever is required. And good luck.
Cipher 9, Intelligence is finalizing your target list, but in the meantime, there's a formality we need to address. With Darth Jadus's demise, his seat on the Dark Council has opened. It will be filled by his daughter and sole apprentice, Darth Zhor.
Jadus has a daughter?
Lord Zhor demands to meet with you. Proceed to Korriban at once. She has authorized your presence in the Sith Academy.
What are the odds she blames me for her father's assassination?
I'll give you 2 to 1. You know how to make friends in high places.
Look who made it all the way to Korriban. I think we have a visitor.
Yes, my lord.
Commander, I want to be informal with my bodyguards.
Yes, Lady Zhor.
Delightful. You, visitor, don't you find my bodyguards delightful?
I'm afraid I don't share your views.
Oh. How difficult it must be to live your life with so little taste. Delightful bodyguard, I have a request.
Yes, my lady?
Kill our visitor, please.
As you wish. She's as good as dead.
Oh, wonderful. My poor bodyguards.
I'm starting to get a little peeved. And a little creeped out.
We haven't been introduced. I'm Darth Zhor, Lord of the Dark Council and successor to Darth Jadus. I hear you're investigating my father's assassination. I wanted to see if you were worthy.
You tried to kill me.
I didn't try to kill you. I had my servants try to kill you. I could sense your feelings during the fight. I think you'll do nicely tracking these terrorists. But are you really sure that this eagle killed the mighty Darth Jadus?
If you have another theory, why don't you tell me?
I should make you crawl and beg for my wisdom. Later, perhaps. Jadus believed in spreading fear and anger to every corner of the Empire. He wished to share the ideals of the Sith. Perhaps his ambitions drew too much attention. Any one of his rivals on the Dark Council might have killed him.
You're his daughter. How did you feel about him?
Oh, I hated my father. He taught me to keep my emotions seething inside and show no one. I disobeyed. Chase after your terrorists. Save the lives of your Imperial friends. But if you learn who's really responsible, come to me. I've earned my place on the Dark Council, and I won't share my father's fate. Dismissed.
Watcher 2 here. I've finished preliminary mapping of the Eagle's network. Your designated targets are terror cells located on Balmorra, near the Republic border, and on Nar Shaddaa in Hutt space.
I just had a very interesting meeting with Darth Jadus's daughter. Any information on her?
I'm afraid that data isn't mission relevant. Contact me once you've arrived at either location, Cipher. Watcher 2 out.
Darth Zhor had heard you were returning to Drummond Cass. She wants to speak to you.
I'm sorry about before, when she tortured you.
You aren't to blame. Zhor is unpredictable. I've done my best to shield intelligence from our new lord. You've been the unfortunate exception. Do what it takes to survive Zorad's attentions a little longer. Beyond that, the Dark Council won't let this continue forever.
We can't wait for the Dark Council. Someone needs to act.
Enough. Some things are too dangerous to think, let alone say, even in private. When you're through, head to the artist system. This is our only chance, Cipher. Fail, and we all pay a grievous cost.
Physical trauma includes electrical burns, lacerations, and retinal damage. Transfer to a Colto tank for long-term recovery is strongly recommended.
You suggest a Dark Council member hide in a vat? For healing?
I am programmed to dispense medical advice based on all relevant factors.
Get out! Have yourself disassembled, made into a probe and sent to the most desolate place in the Empire! Look, Agent, they hurt me, and then they laughed. How could they?
Maybe someone felt you needed humbling.
I'm a Dark Lord of the Sith. I'm not meant to be humble. I'm meant to humble the world. After Viorianal broke, I called the Council to assembly. I demanded the Lords give me the respect I was due. Some were angry, mocked me. They tormented me and warned me not to overstep my bounds again.
The Dark Council did this.
They called me an arrogant child, unworthy of my position. It's all Jadus's fault. He was my master, but he never taught me what I needed to know. Now he's dead, and I'm not ready for his council seat.
You're his daughter. He must have taught you something.
Do you know what kind of creature Darth Jadus was? When I was young, he taught me how to sing. He said song was a blade to cut emotion from others. He had musicians tutor me for a year.
What happened after a year?
When I was ready, my father arranged a performance for me in Cass City. I sang for hours. I made the audience weep. I sang until my throat was raw and damaged. I sang until I could never sing again. Thus purged of the capacity for song, I saw my father smile. That's how he began my apprenticeship.
I don't know what to say.
It taught me a great deal. And it taught me to hate Darth Jadus. I know what's happening in Imperial intelligence. I know you're going on a mission, and that the Eagle wasn't the man you thought. Swear that you'll find whoever really killed my father. Swear that the man responsible will pay for forcing me into this wretched life.
My priority is deactivating the Eradicators, not revenge.
You would deny me this. I am still Sith. If Darth Jadus hadn't been murdered, I would never have taken his place on the Council. I would never have been humiliated. His killers are to blame. Swear you'll make them hurt.
You're pathetic, Zhorid.
Get out! Get out of my sight, now! Crawl out of here, before I decide you're worth burning!
Something's wrong. Like rot within the hive. There is taint spreading through the Unity.
So, you've arrived at last.
Cipher, I know that voice.
I expected too little of you. You served me well on Hutter and on Dromund Kaas. I should have known you would serve me again.
It is an honor, my lord.
An honor that you have earned. Once before, you were inoculated by the dark side. I will speak now as I spoke then. Accept the gift of your life, Agent, and we will discuss terror, the Empire, and the Sith.
As you wish.
Be careful, Cipher. Please be careful. I'm trying to analyze the situation, but it'll take time, and if he has the command codes...
It was my desire that the Eagle unite the terror cells. It was my desire that my flagship be destroyed. I required a weapon that the Dark Council would overlook. The terrorists became my unknowing servants and carried out my plan.
What does the Dark Council have to do with this?
Everything. A member of the Council is forced to politic, to struggle against his rivals. The waste is unimaginable. With my false death, I escaped the eyes of the Dark Council and of Imperial intelligence. After the Dominator, I came here, bringing with me those passengers worthy of elevation. I maneuvered my pieces into place.
I was there for the terrorist attack. Intelligence was sure you were dead.
The Schwarz gas incinerated only part of the ship. My power held together the remains.
Keep him talking. Damn it. We can't fight him on our own. His power is second to the Emperor's.
I accomplished two things during my absence. First was the diminution of the Dark Council. Upon my death, my former enemies began warring amongst themselves, vying to claim my resources. Darth Zhorid's arrival escalated the chaos. My daughter is doomed, but she is an adequate distraction.
I can't call for reinforcements so long as that jamming field is active. But he'll annihilate anything less than an army.
You said your death accomplished two things. One was weakening the Council. What was the other?
Throwing the Sith into disorder was only the start. The rest of the Empire had to be prepared as well. That was the Eagle's purpose, to sow fright and hatred. All this while, my eradicators were growing. Now they are ready, and my victory is close at hand.
I heard this part from the Eagle. Your orbital strike weapons.
The eradicators will destroy the strongholds and apprentices of my enemies on the Council. So too will the eradicators terrorize the Empire. Then I will return to the Council and lead the Empire into a new age, an epoch of terror.
Why do so many civilians have to die?
How better to mark the change of an era?
I see where this is going. He needs the eradicators to make this work, but you have half the command codes.
Under my rule, all people will revel in fear and anger and degradation. These prizes will no longer be hoarded by Sith. But without both halves of the Eradicator codes, my weapons cannot be targeted. They will merely cause chaos.
Mere chaos isn't enough for you, is it?
No. The Eagle's death, your acquisition of his codes, has forced me to adapt. Without orders, the Eradicators will fire blindly. This serves neither of us. Enter your codes into the ship so the Eradicators can target my enemies. You will be rewarded. You will be my herald.
Last time you promised me something, you faked your own death.
I misunderstood your role. Consider what I can offer now. Power, wealth, a place in my vision. When I rule the Dark Council, Imperial intelligence will have a mandate uncompromised by Sith politics. Imagine a world where you could act with true authority and fear controls the populace. Together, we can create a stronger empire.
I need some time. It's a lot to take in.
Very well. But understand this. If you refuse, you will die at my hand. The Eradicators will still reap untold destruction. Your sacrifice would mean nothing. I can be merciful. Take the time to consider your choice. Then we can begin the true work.
Yes, my lord.
Think on my words, Agent, and embrace my will.
Alright, stay focused and don't look at Jadus. How are you holding up? Can we put together a plan?
I know what I'm going to do. It wasn't a hard choice.
Before you make any decisions, please, hear me out. We need to re-examine our priorities. We came here to stop the Eradicators, but we weren't prepared for reality. Our plan now has to focus on neutralizing Darth Jadus. Everything else is peripheral.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Cipher. The numbers aren't in our favor. You can deactivate the Eradicators right now. Just combine the codes in the bridge computers. But to keep Jadus from reactivating them, you'd have to blow up the ship's reactor. It's a suicide run, and chances are Jadus will escape.
You have another suggestion?
We trick Jadus. We give him the codes and let him launch his attack. Once the Eradicators start their bombardment, you slip off the bridge and take the ship apart. You sabotage the jamming field, hyperdrive, and shields. Then I can call in reinforcements. The military, the Dark Council, forcing Jadus to surrender. The Eradicators are deactivated as soon as feasible.
How many people, how many worlds are sacrificed?
Let's be clear. If we give Jadus the command codes, then yes, he'll murder thousands before we stop him. But the human cost is acceptable. The only alternative is to let Jadus escape and do worse down the line.
You're assuming I want to stop his plan. But maybe I agree.
You're not serious. Whatever he has planned for the Empire, it can't be beneficial.
I wouldn't be doing it for the Empire. I'd be doing it for me.
Cipher, please, I'm begging you to reconsider. If you disable the Eradicators here and now, I'll help you. We'll destroy this ship, save a lot of people, in the short term. But my advice is this. Use the codes to let Jadus launch his attack. Sacrifice lives and seize this chance. We can end his threat forever.
A wise decision, Agent. Our new age begins. Across the Empire, the Eradicators will burn cities and destroy the prizes of my enemies.
You can still reconsider, Cipher. You don't have to ally with Jadus. He trusts you. Get off the bridge so we can sabotage the ship. We can make this plan work.
Watcher 2 is in the hangar. She should be dealt with.
I see. I applaud you for your loyalty to me.
You'll regret this, Agent, I swear.
Betrayal is anathema to the nest, to any society.
My guardians will take her alive if possible. She may prove useful. But affairs are moving quickly, and we must ensure no other surprises await us.
Sounds like you've got a job for me.
The Eradicator's purge will ready the Empire for my coming. But there is one death you must see to personally. Go to Dromund Kaas and kill Darth Zhor. Her seat on the council belongs to me.
Surely you could kill her yourself.
I must prepare to approach the Dark Council, and she cannot be allowed to interfere. When Zhorid's blood cools, contact me from her chambers. Then I will return home.
What have you done? Whole cities are being torched by the Eagle's weapons. The Dark Council is in a rage. You were supposed to stop the attack.
Darth Jadus changed my mind.
That's impossible. My father was a part of this. You're lying. Darth Jadus is dead. He died because of the Eagle and the Dark Council and everyone.
Jadus ordered me to kill you.
He wouldn't do that to me. He would kill me himself. You lie.
Let me put you out of your misery.
You think you can defeat me? I still have enough power to stop you.
Speak. Is Darth Zhor dead?
Can't you feel it in the Force?
The Force creates bonds through emotion. Her life meant nothing to me. With Jared gone, I may return. The Eradicators will continue their bombardment, and the Dark Council will kneel. In the years to come, the Empire will be remade in my image, and Imperial intelligence will bring our enemies under control.
What about my reward?
You have proven your loyalty and your strength, and I name you my Hand, my personal agent in this new age. As the Hand of Jadus, you will continue to serve intelligence, but you serve me before all others, as will all creatures in time.
You've got ambition, Lord Jadus. I'll give you that.
Await my coming and spread word of the changing order. Spread word of a new beginning for the Empire.